Have you seen the EMMY Awards? I think they took place like 5 days ago or something, and I wanted to make a reaction video. This is not in a reaction video by definition. I comment on it because it's definitely worth it to have a look on what they did. So obviously, as all the other big events, they didn't have a chance to have a event on site. But the big difference to all the other things I've seen is the opening and what they did in terms of storytelling. So the host, Jimmy, sorry, I just slept for 2 hours tonight. Jimmy Kimmel, who's very funny, actually, I love his show. But what he did was an opening that looked like you had an audience, so they were using images from the last year, and they cutted it in a way that it was just so good, it was so funny to see, and your first reaction was like, how on earth do they have so many people? So you would think right away, okay, this is not true.
Well, hello and welcome to the EMMYS. Wow, it's great to finally see people again. Thank you for risking everything to be here. Thank me for risking everything to be here. You know what they say, you can't have a virus without a host. The big question that I guess we should answer is, why would you have an award show in the middle of a pandemic? No, seriously, I'm asking. Why are we having an award show in the middle of a pandemic? And what the hell am I doing here?
But they did it for quite a while, quite long actually, up until they did a cut where you could see him in the audience laughing about his joke.
Isn't Watchmen also what Jerry Falwell Jr. was into? Hey, was that me? But wait, if I'm down there, how am I up here? That would mean that no one is in the audience. That would mean that I'm up here all alone. Just like prom night. Of course I'm here all alone. Of course we don't have an audience. This isn't a MAGA rally, it's the EMMYs.
And then he was changing the location, so they filmed him in front of the empty seats. And this is so important because the very first thing we were discussing as a Streamforce One project was an event we could do in the Elfie down here with empty seats, instead of saying sorry for not having the seats, saying this is how it looks like, this is how it feels like. And now we changed to the actual stream. And this is exactly what they did. He walks to a different location, taking hand disinfection, and then starting up the show with a lot of screens around him, again like WWE with other screens, but much more curated, much more in terms of storytelling. So the stars they had, and the different actors and nominees, they had camera sets and audio sets, and most likely, of course, the ones who were pretty much to get the prize, the Emmy, actually had guys there filming and being there on site for making sure that you have a good audio quality. Others were at home, which is perfectly fine in times of Corona, sitting at home on the couch, joining via a Zoom call, having a drink and enjoying the show. So they were using all the elements we learned throughout the last month and put that into the show. Instead of saying sorry and excuse, they came up with what we call then a new format for a new time. The point I want to make here is make sure, and we had that with a client from us from Streamforce One a couple of days ago, who realized that the stream event is something completely different than the on-site event. So make sure you use the big advantage of a crisis to learn something new and build something new out of it. And these events are there to stay. The EMMYs in virtual reality like this, the EMMYs in distance and social distancing, that format, I would say it's here to stay. And don't criticize it too much. Show us, if you criticize it, that you can do a better event, even in small terms, a better event than they did in terms of storytelling. So forget the Zoom calls and forget doing large events at the moment. Make sure you get your stream ready and be sure the stream will stay for a long, long, long time. I love it that we have a new event format here. And of course, do it with Streamforce 1 and make sure you subscribe.